Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we are planning for next week. So we are here on Tuesday, May 20th, and we're trying to get ahead because I did get behind and I don't like being behind. So we decorated for the whole week already, and now we're moving into next week. This first page of the next week, it's just like my previous week where the color is different. And I found some gold washi to kind of cover that up. So we had this pretty blue from last week. So I covered that up with that yellow washi to kind of blend it together. We still have the teal over here, so I didn't bother with this sidebar. And this is what we're going to use for the weekly overview. Then when we go into Sunday, it'll be all the yellow for the rest of the week. And that's how we are going to actually end May. Then we get right into June planning, which will be a different planner, with the exception of my declutter planner back here that I will still be using in this really cute 2019 Happy Planner big vertical layout. So we'll just grab the June month for that when we're ready for that part. That'll be another video. Be sure to check that out. It's going to be a really fun setup video. But for right now, we're going to do the weekly overview. So every week before I jump into the actual first day of Sunday, I like to have a weekly overview where I can kind of pre-plan some of my items. That's one thing I didn't really have enough room for on my 2-page daily, which I know sounds surprising because 2-page dailies should have a lot of room. But I really do like to have a pre-plan because if I'm on Sunday and I want to remember something for Wednesday, I don't always like to just come and put it on here until I figure out all the things and kind of write it together. So I like a pre-plan area. So that is what this is. This is going to be the weekly pre-plan. Now normally I do a Sunday start. And I would normally reday it and move the Sunday over here. But I've said this before, in this particular planner, I think the days are really cute how they're written and the different colors. So I'm going to leave them how they are. But I do still start on Sunday. I just put the day, for instance. This Sunday will be the 25th. So I'll put the 25th here, then I'll jump over here to the 26th. This is gonna be my third week doing that and it hasn't confused me yet. It's been fine, so I'm gonna continue to do that. But again, this is the last week we're gonna use this particular planner. At least right now, we're gonna circle back to it when we need more planner pages. But I'm gonna switch it up because I have a lot of older Happy Planners that I like, that I wanna get used up. And this particular planner is from 2017. So I'm gonna get the days, and what I like to do is pick the days in a same color. I think I'm going to do these oranges right here because we do have 25 through 30 and then 31 on some other page. I'll have to find that, but it is there. So sometimes things change in the weekly, and that's why I don't like to just go to my day and put something on there. Like if we're going to go somewhere and then we don't end up going for whatever reason. If it's in the pre-plan area, this weekly overview, I don't mind that. But if it's in my actual planner, I white it out. I don't really love doing that. So that's why I like a weekly overview, to just kind of look at everything. So I'm putting the dates to the side. These dates are a little tall for the top. They seem to fit actually right now. Maybe we'll try them on top. I think that looks better. But I have been doing them on the side. Let's see. Yeah, they fit barely. I don't know why I thought they wouldn't fit. Maybe it was a different size or a different font that was just a little bigger. Yeah, I definitely like that better than on this side. And this is the last week of the month, so I can't believe how fast this year is going. We are already going to be to June. That is crazy. Now, if you're a Sunday start gal, you will like that this month ends on a Saturday. So it's pretty perfect. Okay, if you have a Mojo Jojo's Pastel Dated book, know that your 31s are just somewhere else in the book. They're like the page ahead. And for a while, I didn't think they actually had them in here. She didn't have them in there, which didn't make sense to me, but of course she has them. They are just on a different page, so just look for those. Okay, so for this sticker book, I wanted to use the Ingrid Blooms here. Because we have this fun gold, I thought we could go through and find some flowers that have the gold. Not just the sunflowers yet, I might do that later, but something like this. So I'm gonna grab out my extra sticker sheets and get some stuff on here, but anything here with this gold in the background. And she has a lot that has that. We'll come back for these if we need them because there's a tiny bit, but not really a lot. Here's a smaller one of that. And I mean yellow gold, not like foil gold. We'll come back and look at this one. Oh, see, like this is really pretty. That's gonna work well. It's very lightly shaded, so it might be kind of hard to see, but no, yeah, you can still see that that's a box. I do like this one too. Now we're mixing floral looks. Let me see if I just have enough of these. See, it's like just a little more abstract. And if I do, we'll stick with those. Just be grabbing all of these out. I think that's the only one of that. These look the same too. And I'm not sure what these are. I guess just like little decorative boxes. Oh, and look, we have a bunch of these little ones. So obviously you don't have to stay with this like same look. I'm just doing it. It helps me decide. Sometimes there's just too many choices in our books. Okay, and this is also, so I'll grab that as well. And then we can save this one, which is actually really pretty too, for a different spread. Okay, I just want to go back and look at some of these big boxes and see if any of them had the look that we're working with. I do wish we had one of those, but that's okay. I think we're gonna have enough without it for sure. So I'm thinking this one looks the theme. So I am gonna grab it out. Like up in here, it's kind of like the look. And that brings in some green, so that can be fun too. And, you can pop it up with these as well. Just these little corner pieces. And then I think if we add washi, we might be pretty good. But let's check everything out and see how it looks. Okay. So for over here, it says favorite picture of the week. That's where I'm gonna stick this. And it also covers up that noted, which didn't really need it, but that's okay. Now again, okay, so the camera cut out. I'm not sure what all I did since then. I don't know, maybe I had this corner floral I cut and put the leftover down here. Punched this floral, it was hanging off a little. I've noted and to do over here. And then these are two angled boxes that I'll show you in the book because I don't think they're gonna come up. They look like this, and I just put them together. I saw this technique on Amy with Aim to Plan's channel, where she puts the two slit corners kind of next to each other. It makes like a cute little shape there. Now this is a very subtle yellow on here. but at least it's a little bit of a shaded box. Okay. I don't know, so... I think the next thing we're gonna do is get some washi on here. So what I've been doing is kind of a save this spread washi lately, are these stripes. So let's do it again. Hopefully it saves it again. If you ever get stuck on a spread, it can be a fun idea to just grab some washi and a color that you like or a pattern that you like and add it to the spread. So yeah, just add something, right? I like to add 3 strips per side. That's what I do usually. Sometimes I do mix that up. And here, I think we'll pull it across, but then cut it off the to-do. Okay. Well, it adds something for sure, so that's good. Needed something. Okay, so for this one, let's cut it around this box too. I do like it in the box a little. You know, like how it's splitting this box, for instance. Because it gives me like different sections to write in. So I think that's fun. But for this one, I think we're gonna cut it because it's kind of a small box anyway. And it interrupts the floral there. But I could take this piece because I really don't like a box that doesn't have a border. And I'm just gonna stick it here. We might move that, we'll see. Okay, so now we have some things to kind of accent. Like we can put the florals here at the end of the washi to give like a little decoration. Maybe a stem at the end. Let's try that. Maybe. Okay. And then this is what we have left. We're gonna put it all on one page and kind of look at it. I think we can do things like just add these as decor, maybe? Like put this in the middle, maybe? No, that one doesn't work so well. Let's hang it off there. Hang that one there. And I don't know about these half circles. I'm not a huge half circle gal. I'm gonna move it up because it's kind of the same design. I know I did that on purpose. That's what I grabbed on purpose. But no, it's like right over each other. I don't love it as much. cute. I guess we can put this one on top here. I think we'll make it hang off of the top a little so it doesn't look exactly like that one. Okay, so we have 2 half circles over here. Let's get one over here somewhere. We can do it here instead of that one. Although it is floating. Do this one here. I don't know, you guys. As much as I love these flowers, sometimes I find myself struggling with the design on the page, which is my own fault, I know. What if I mix this up by putting that there? No, that's ridiculous. I think I'm just gonna do floral in this corner again. Okay, so I have one more sticker that I grabbed that needs to go somewhere. Well, it's okay. So I don't mind it. I think it's, you know, cheerful anyway. So let's see if I have enough room on every day and then just enough stickers on every day. This looks a little bare, so I think that's going to be the only thing we really need to grab something for this corner. So let's have a look. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find anything, but a quote could work. So we'll come back to that just in case. Okay, so let's look at these quotes. And we're going to go over in here because this is kind of the floral that we're looking at. Let's see. Let's see how big this one is. Root for each other and watch each other grow. I might just grab a couple of these. I do think it messes with the colors, but that's okay. So root for each other and watch each other grow. This one says be the good. I like that. I think we'll do 2 on each page at least. And then see what else. You are made of what? You are made of stardust and wishes and magical things. like this next to the stripes. I do like the stripes. Okay, and then one more small one over here. Anything is possible. Enjoy the journey. Maybe enjoy the journey. Then I'm going to put it down here. And I think I'm just going to catty corner this one for this last spot of color. All right, well, it's interesting, but a good thing is that it's colorful and cheerful, and I have enough room to write every, oh, I wanted something here. I guess that's what that was supposed to be. Maybe we stack one more on there. Or you know what, we can move this down there. We still might stack another on there. Chase your dreams. All right, that's a little better. Since we have really sticker heavy down here, I wanted something else over there. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, so let's put everything away, and this is what it looks like. Cheerful, colorful, and enough room to write in every day, so I do like it. I do think we need a May up here in the corner, so let's grab that, and hopefully we can find it in that orange. You're probably going to hear my husband's television in the back. His office door is closed, but he puts it so loud. So if you hear some noise in the background, it is my husband's television. Okay, but that is it. I think it's actually really cute and colorful. So the Ingrid Blooms spreads that I've done, I've always been a little worried about when they're done. I mean, I think they're beautiful stickers, but just the way that I arrange them. But when they're done, I always think they look really good. So this is no exception. And this is ready to go back into the planner. This will be our last week. We end on the 31st of May. So when this month is over, we'll kind of go through the whole month that's here and talk about how I used it. But that is it for this video. This is the weekly overview with some color and enough room to pre-plan all of my subjects for next week. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.